Hey y'all, it's Tasha. I'm back here with another video, and today's video is all about these beautiful nails. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, keep watching. Alright, so first thing, of course, you will need your supplies. I got this little nail dip kit from Walmart, and this was about 20 bucks. And that has 3 dip colors and then all the polishes you need. And then I got this coral color that I'm going to be using today off a seller off Etsy. You're also going to need some rubbing alcohol and then nail files of your choosing and a buffer, and then also a brush to dust off the excess powder. So first you want to start by filing the natural shine off of your nail. I just used a medium grit nail file to get the shine off of the nail, and this is after I had already shaped and cleaned my nails to my liking. And then you want to take some of the alcohol on a napkin and just wipe off the nail from the excess powder from filing them. You want to make sure you get all of it off so that none of it is left when you're actually doing the dip powder, and also so that your nails, this aids in the dehydration of your nails so the powder sticks. Next, you want to go ahead and prepare the powders that you will be using. I'll be using 3 today: the coral, a glitter, and then a white as a base for my glitter. So you just want to give them a quick stir just to make sure the color is in there evenly before you apply it to your nails. So the first thing you would need to put on your nail is the bonding gloss. And as you can see, while I'm applying it to my second hand, because I've already done my first hand, when I apply the bonding gloss, I do not apply it all the way to my cuticle the very first time. I apply it pretty much right at the top, but not at the very edge of my nail. This was a trick that I learned from another YouTuber, and it really just helps me because, as you guys know, if you've done this before, your nails get pretty thick the more layers of powder you apply, and when I apply it close to the cuticle, I find that it starts lifting rather quickly as far as the actual powder set lifting off of my finger if I just apply it too close to my cuticle on the first try. So the first try, I just go close but not at the cuticle, apply it, and then dip my nail in the powder. You want to make sure you're using a scooping motion when you're dipping it in the powder to make sure that everything is going in there evenly. And again, just polishing the bonding gloss right up to the cuticle but not on it, and then dipping your nail in a scooping motion in the powder. I just let it sit for just a couple seconds, and then of course just knocking the excess powder off the side, and then once they've dried, using the brush to brush off the excess powder on each nail. I generally do that for the first 3 nails because those have had more time to dry, and then I leave the last 2 nails after I've gone back to start the second dip. I'll brush those off to give them a little extra time to dry. Alright, this time you'll see I'm going in on the full nail with the bonding gloss, so covering that little piece of the cuticle that you see, the piece of the nail near the cuticle that you see, I'm covering that piece now with my second dip that I'm going to do. So same concept, apply the bonding gloss, dip the nail in the powder in a scooping motion, and then you just tap off the excess powder. And you just do that for all of your nails. You can dip it as many times as you like. Just beware that, of course, the more you dip it, the thicker your nails are going to look and be. I generally dip 3 times. I've done some trial and error. I've done it twice before, and that was just, it wasn't enough, and a couple of my nails actually, the dip powder cracked. So I've done it 3 times the past couple times, and that has seemed to work well for me. Alright, and the only reason why I did the white coat before the glitter, because again, glitter is a mess to get off sometimes. It can be a pain. So the white just helps it not be such a pain and so hard. Alright, and then right after you've already dipped all your nails as many times as you would like, you're going to go in with the instant activator and apply that generously to each nail. After that, you want to go in with your file and actually file down the nail. I do not use this time to shape my nail because, again, at this point it's a little bit too hard with the powder that's on it, so I don't want to damage my real nail. So I don't really file my nail. I just file the excess powder from around each nail. But you can file as low as you would like. I go a little bit lower near my cuticles again so that it doesn't lift so soon with me wearing this. After you've filed them, you then just wash your hands with just water, no soap. Then you go back in with the instant activator and apply that generously to each nail on that first hand. All right, and then after you've applied it, you just give it a few seconds to dry a bit, and then go in with a dry cloth. I just use the dry end of my paper towel and just wipe it off. And then for your last step, you're going to go back in with your bonding gloss and go over each nail with that. The first time you go over the nails, as you can see, you want to do 2 to 3 quick sweeps over the nail. You don't want to really try to concentrate on this being your finished product. Just get your 2 or 3 quick sweeps in, and then give that about 15 seconds to dry, and then you go back in and do another coat. And this time, that's when you really want to concentrate on getting the entire nail and making sure, because this will be your final gloss that you're putting on the nail. And that's it. You will go back in and of course do the exact same thing for your other hand. Again, instant activator, putting that on generously to each nail, giving it a few seconds to dry. Then you take your dry paper towel, just go back in, wipe that off, go back in with your bonding gloss, 2 to 3 quick sweeps over the nail, not trying to be perfect this first go around, just getting it on. Then you let that dry for about 15 seconds, and then you go back in again with your second coat of the bonding gloss, taking your time this time to make sure to get the entire nail, cap the edges and everything, since this is again your final coat to have that final shine on your nails. And then you just give them a couple minutes to dry after that, and after that I just do a quick wash with soap and water at this time. And then after this dries, then I go ahead and place a little bit of oil back in my cuticles and on my hands, since this really does dry your nails out. You can use nail cuticle oil if you like. I have sweet almond oil I use for my hair, so I just use that on my nails and my hands, and just rub that in to bring the moisture back in. And that is it, you guys. I mean, this process, there are quite a few steps, and it does, of course, it's going to take time doing it on your own, but to me it's worth it. At my local nail salon, to get dip nails is about $50 once you include the tip, and I just don't want to pay that every 2 weeks, so I decided to give it a shot on my own. This was fairly inexpensive. Again, the kit was from Walmart for about $20, and if I remember, I'll tag the Etsy shop in the comments of where I bought the coral dip color from, and I believe that was about like $4 or $5 for the container that I have. But thank you guys for watching.